In today's video, we're uncovering the 6 most valuable and ultra-rare wheat pennies ever minted in the United States. These small copper coins may look ordinary, but some are worth thousands of dollars because of their minting errors, low production numbers, and incredible historical significance. We're taking you through each one to reveal what makes them so valuable and how you can spot one yourself. First up, we're exploring one of the most fascinating penny ever struck by the U.S. Mint, the 1939 wheat penny without a mint mark. Though it may appear ordinary and even be found in dirty or worn condition, this humble cent holds incredible history, collector intrigue, and surprising market value. From its origins in the late 1930s to its enduring legacy among Lincoln wheat cents, this coin remains a remarkable piece of American heritage that collectors continue to chase to this day. The 1939 no-mint mark wheat penny is a classic representation of Lincoln-era coinage that bridges 2 distinct periods in U.S. history: the Great Depression and the approach of World War II. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, this penny was part of the beloved wheat cent series that ran from 1909 to 1958, designed to honor President Abraham Lincoln. Collectors seek it not only for its historical resonance, but also for its place in the broader narrative of pre-war American coinage. What makes it particularly collectible is its ability to appear deceptively common while harboring examples that, in pristine or even moderately preserved conditions, can reach impressive market values today. The year 1939 was one of quiet transition for the United States Mint. The country was still emerging from the economic devastation of the Great Depression, and while industrial production was beginning to recover, coin demand was relatively stable. Over 316 million Lincoln wheat pennies were struck at the Philadelphia Mint that year, without a mint mark as was the tradition for that facility. The composition remained the standard bronze alloy of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, continuing a formula used since 1909. Despite the high mintage, most 1939 pennies circulated heavily, and few were preserved in top grades. The lack of special issues or commemorative versions from that year has actually contributed to its understated rarity, because no one at the time thought to save them in quantity. The artistry of the 1939 wheat penny is both timeless and symbolic. The obverse features Victor David Brenner's enduring portrait of Abraham Lincoln, a design first introduced in 1909 to mark the centennial of Lincoln's birth. Even in a dirty or circulated state, collectors can often still make out the key design elements. Lincoln's profile facing right, the motto "In God We Trust" arching above, liberty to the left, and the date 1939 positioned to the right. On the reverse, the simple yet powerful design displays 2 wheat stalks flanking the denomination 1 cent, with United States of America at the center and the national motto "E pluribus unum" above. In well-worn examples, these wheat ears may appear faint, yet they remain recognizable symbols of hard work and prosperity. It's these visual hallmarks, even in imperfect condition, that make the wheat penny one of the most visually and emotionally resonant coins in American history. While 1939 wheat pennies are not rare in absolute numbers, their rarity emerges sharply when condition and color are considered. Most surviving pieces exist in heavily circulated or very dirty form, showing dull brown or dark surfaces due to oxidation and years of handling. However, examples with sharp details, strong luster, or a rich red-brown hue are significantly scarcer. The survival rate of original uncleaned coins in high grades is low, since few people in the late 1930s hoarded modern cents. The result is a situation where even a common-date coin can become a standout piece when found in an unusually well-preserved or naturally aged condition. Among Lincoln wheat cents, the 1939 no-mint mark penny stands out as a transitional issue that bridges early 20th century design with mid-century collecting culture. Many enthusiasts pursue it as part of completing a full wheat penny album, while others target specific examples with natural toning or unique environmental effects. The coin's appeal lies in its accessibility. Even beginners can find one, yet advanced collectors continue to seek pristine or original surfaces that display the red brilliance typical of high-grade copper coins. The value of a 1939 wheat penny depends heavily on its condition, color, and overall eye appeal. In very dirty, heavily circulated condition, it generally trades between $500 to $2,500, depending on the degree of wear. Slightly better examples with clearer details and less surface grime may sell for $1,000 to $3,000. However, uncirculated specimens with original red luster command much higher prices. With Mint State 63, MS63, grades often valued between $1,000 and $5,000, and exceptional red examples graded MS65 or higher fetching $3,000 to $7,500 or more at auction. Particularly brilliant, fully red coins with outstanding preservation can surpass $10,000, depending on the grading authority and collector demand at the time of sale. While not a million-dollar rarity, its value lies in the steady appreciation it enjoys among Lincoln cent collectors and its enduring historical charm. The 1939 no-mint Mark Wheat penny stands as a modest yet meaningful treasure in the Lincoln cent series. Its rich history, classic design, and enduring popularity make it a must-have for any serious or casual coin enthusiast. Whether you discover one in pristine red brilliance or in a dirty, well-traveled state, each coin carries a piece of American history worth preserving. Its steady collector demand ensures it remains a rewarding addition to any numismatic portfolio. And secondly, we're talking about the 1940 Lincoln Wheat penny without a mint mark is one of those fascinating pieces in American coinage that continues to captivate collectors and enthusiasts across generations. As a classic representation of early 20th century numismatic artistry, this coin stands out not just for its age, but for its enduring appeal and connection to an important era in U.S. history. Despite being over 8 decades old, it remains a prized treasure among coin collectors who value its rich history, iconic design, and potential hidden worth, especially when rare varieties or exceptional conditions are found. Even in a very dirty or circulated state, the 1940 no-mint Mark Wheat penny sparks curiosity among those who appreciate coins that have survived through significant historical moments. Minted at the Philadelphia Mint, the 1940 Lincoln Wheat penny emerged during a pivotal time in American history, on the cusp of World War II and during the final years of the Great Depression. The coin's production reflected the stability of the Lincoln cent design, which had already become a beloved symbol of resilience and national pride since its debut in 1909. Millions of these pennies were struck to meet the growing economic demands of the nation, yet only a fraction of them remain today in collectible condition. For numismatists, each 1940 penny serves as a tangible connection to an America recovering from hardship and preparing for a new era of change, making it a historically meaningful coin in any collection. The design of the 1940 Wheat penny remains one of the most recognizable in U.S. coinage. On the obverse, Victor David Brenner's portrait of President Abraham Lincoln continues to symbolize honesty and leadership. The simple yet powerful image of Lincoln faces right, accompanied by the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 1940. The absence of a mint mark indicates its origin at the Philadelphia Mint. On the reverse, the coin features 2 stylized wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent and United States of America, with the motto, E Pluribus Unum, at the top. Struck in a composition of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, this coin weighs 3.11 grams and measures 19 millimeters in diameter. In high-grade or well-preserved examples, its reddish-brown luster and sharp details make it an iconic work of numismatic art. While the 1940 Wheat penny had a substantial mintage of over 586 million coins, rarity emerges in specific varieties and conditions. Collectors seek examples with notable die errors, such as double die obverse or reverse, repunched dates, or off-center strikes, each adding significant value. Additionally, finding one in uncirculated or mint state condition is a challenge due to its age and heavy circulation. Even in very dirty or worn condition, unique characteristics like visible doubling or strong strike details can elevate its collectible value. Those lucky enough to uncover a 1940 penny with exceptional eye appeal or rare error traits possess a coin that stands apart from the common examples seen in circulation. The market value of a 1940 no-mint Mark Wheat penny depends heavily on its grade and variety. Common circulated examples might only bring modest sums, but higher-grade pieces, or those featuring rare errors, can command impressive premiums. In top mint state conditions, certified examples have been known to reach values ranging from $1,000 to $8,000 or more, particularly when featuring doubling or unique die varieties. Coins with strong historical interest, original red coloration, and minimal will consistently see demand rise among dedicated collectors. Over time, the 1940 wheat penny has demonstrated steady appreciation, making it a reliable and rewarding coin for both novice and experienced numismatists. For collectors seeking to acquire or preserve a valuable 1940 wheat penny, careful inspection and proper handling are crucial. Always prioritize coins graded and authenticated by trusted services like PCGS or NGC, as certification ensures legitimacy and market recognition. When purchasing raw coins, inspect under magnification for signs of doubling, misalignment, or unusual strike details that could indicate rare varieties. Storing the coin in a protective holder or archival quality flip prevents further corrosion or damage, especially for those found in dirty or corroded condition. Joining collector communities or attending numismatic shows can also provide valuable insights into market trends and price fluctuations. The appeal of the 1940 wheat penny extends beyond its copper composition or simple design. It represents a living artifact of America's past. Every coin tells a story, from the presses of the Philadelphia Mint to the hands that exchanged it in daily life. Collectors are drawn not only to its financial value, but to the legacy it embodies, a reminder of endurance, craftsmanship, and national heritage. The 1940 wheat penny without a mint mark carries an emotional and historical depth that few modern coins can match. Each surviving piece serves as a silent witness to decades of American history, circulating through the pockets of citizens during wartime, economic recovery, and moments of profound national transformation. Collectors often regard this penny as more than just currency. It's a fragment of America's story, molded in copper and aged by time. Even a very dirty or heavily worn example retains the character and authenticity that appeal to those who value genuine relics over pristine perfection. Its worn surfaces often tell their own tale, reflecting countless exchanges, perhaps during the 1940s when the nation was preparing for global conflict. The 1940 no-mint mark wheat penny stands as a timeless blend of history, artistry, and rarity. Its strong collector appeal, intriguing varieties, and increasing market value make it one of the most rewarding coins to pursue. Whether discovered in circulation, inherited from a family collection, or acquired through careful research, this coin continues to inspire fascination among enthusiasts worldwide. For those who cherish the story behind every coin, the 1940 wheat penny remains a tangible connection to the past and a shining example of America's enduring numismatic legacy. And thirdly, we are going to be taking a deep, detailed look at what is arguably one of the most valuable and sought-after regular-issue wheat pennies ever struck, the 1955 Lincoln cent with the Denver D Mint mark. We are focusing on a specific ultra-rare condition that commands astronomical figures, and we will explain exactly why a penny from Denver in that year, especially in a very dirty and well-worn state. To understand the significance of the 1955 D Lincoln wheat penny, we must first set the stage and travel back to the post-war era of the mid-1950s. The United States was in a period of economic boom and industrial expansion, and the demand for circulating coinage was immense. The Denver Mint was operating at full capacity, churning out millions of cents to meet this demand. In 1955 alone, the Denver Mint produced over 563 million Lincoln cents, a figure that would normally suggest a common coin. However, the key to this coin's modern-day rarity lies not in its original mintage figure, but in its survival rate. These pennies entered circulation and were used extensively in commerce for years, subjected to the wear and tear of daily transactions, and most were eventually pulled from circulation by the billions when the portrait of President Lincoln on the obverse and the wheat ears on the reverse were replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. The vast majority of these coins were simply spent and worn down, lost, or melted, leaving only a tiny fraction in collectible condition, with an even smaller number surviving in the specific high-grade state we will discuss. The design of the 1955 D cent is the classic Victor David Brenner design that had been in use since 1909. The obverse features the profile portrait of President Abraham Lincoln facing right, which was a revolutionary design as it was the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature a historical portrait. Inscribed along the top rim is the motto, "In God We Trust," with liberty to the left of the portrait and the date, 1955, to the right. The mint mark, a small d, indicating its Denver origin, is located just below the date. The reverse is the iconic two wheat ears design, symbolizing American agricultural prosperity, with the words United States of America and the denomination 1 cent framing the top and bottom. The national motto, E pluribus unum, is inscribed along the top curve of the coin, just above the wheat stalks. This simple yet powerful design is what gives the wheat series its name and its enduring charm among collectors. Now, when we talk about rarity and survival, we must delve into the world of professional coin grading. The 1955 D is exceptionally common in lower grades, found in rolls and jars all across the country. Its rarity, however, increases exponentially as we move up the grading scale towards mint state conditions. Coins are graded on a numerical scale from 1 to 70, with 70 representing a perfect coin. While finding a 1955 D in a grade like MS 60 or uncirculated but with many bag marks is possible, locating one in MS 66 or MS 67 red is an entirely different story. The real pinnacle, the condition that makes this coin ultra-rare and incredibly valuable, is MS 67 plus red or higher. In these top-tier grades, the population reports from grading services like PCGS and NGC show only a handful of examples known to exist. Many of the coins struck in 1955 were bagged and stored, leading to contact marks and abrasions from coins knocking against each other, making it nearly impossible to find a specimen with pristine, mark-free surfaces and full, original red color. This extreme scarcity in gem condition is the fundamental driver of its value. The collector demand for the 1955 D in these elite conditions is nothing short of ferocious, and it stands out dramatically within the wheat penny series. For many collectors, completing a set of Lincoln cents, especially a full red set where every coin retains its original copper luster, is the ultimate goal. The 1955 D is one of the key stoppers in such a set from the 1950s. Its reputation as a condition census coin, meaning it is one of the finest known examples of its kind, attracts not only series specialists, but also deep-pocketed investors and registry set collectors who compete fiercely for the top pop specimens. Also, what does this mean in today's dollar terms? Let's talk numbers. A typical, circulated 1955 D wheat penny is worth a few cents. An uncirculated example in a grade like MS 63 red might be valued in the range of $15 to $30. As we climb the grading ladder, the prices begin to escalate rapidly. A coin graded MS 65 red, which is a very nice gem coin, can trade for between $100 and $200. However, when we reach the stratosphere of MS 66 red, the value jumps into the $500 to $1,000 range. Now for the absolute finest, the MS 67 red examples, we are looking at a completely different market. Recent auction records and private treaty sales for PCGS-graded MS 67 red examples have consistently realized prices between $35,000 and $50,000, with some exceptional specimens with superior color and surfaces commanding even higher premiums. For a coin with a mintage of over $500 million, this value is a direct testament to its profound rarity in pristine condition. For collectors aiming to pursue a coin of this caliber, the advice is very specific and must be heeded carefully. Your primary focus must be on condition and, just as importantly, on the quality of the color and luster. The designation red is crucial. A coin that is toned to brown, even if it is high grade, will be worth a fraction of its red counterpart. You must look for a coin with vibrant, original mint red luster covering virtually the entire surface, with minimal distractions from bag marks or hairlines. The 1955 D Lincoln wheat penny in MS 67 red condition represents the very essence of modern numismatics, where a coin's value is not defined by its age or its mintage figure alone, but by its state of preservation and its survival against all odds. It is a coin that bridges the gap between the common pocket change of yesterday and the blue-chip investment of today. Its appeal is universal, offering a compelling story for new collectors about the importance of condition and a formidable challenge for seasoned veterans seeking to own one of the kings of the wheat cent series. It stands as a dusty, worn-looking coin in lower grades, but in its highest form, it is a masterpiece of the minting art, a rare and beautiful relic from the final years of a classic American coin design. We will be examining a legendary silver dollar, a coin shrouded in mystery and controversy from the wild frontier days of the American West. A coin so rare that only a handful are confirmed to exist, and its discovery can make headlines around the world. You will not want to miss the story of the 1895 Morgan dollar, the king of the Morgan silver dollars. So, make sure you are subscribed and have that notification bell turned on. Thank you for watching, and as always, happy collecting. And fourthly, we're exploring the most valuable and rare, the 1957 wheat penny with the Denver D Mint mark. Stands as a fascinating and highly sought-after piece within the realm of numismatics, captivating enthusiasts with its unique position in American coinage history. While millions of these coins were struck, the pursuit of a specific, high-grade example transforms an otherwise common date into a challenging and rewarding treasure hunt. Its appeal lies not in a minuscule mintage, but in the extreme difficulty of locating a specimen that has survived the decades in a state of pristine preservation, making such a coin a prized centerpiece for any collection dedicated to the Lincoln Cent series and a tangible link to the mid-20th century. From a historical context, the 1957 D wheat penny emerged from the Denver Mint during a period of immense industrial production and relative peace in the United States. This coin does not commemorate a specific event or figure beyond the enduring legacy of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the iconic wheat ears on the reverse, a design that had been in circulation since 1909. The D Mint mark firmly places its origin in the Denver facility, which was tasked with producing cents for commerce in vast quantities. This coin circulated during the dawn of the space age and the heart of the baby boom, making it a small but common artifact from a transformative era in American life, often passed from hand to hand in everyday transactions. The unique features of this coin are encapsulated in its classic and beloved design. The obverse features the dignified profile of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor D. Brenner, accompanied by the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 1957. The reverse showcases the two stylized wheat ears framing the denominations 1 cent and United States of America, along with the motto, E Pluribus Unum. This design is a masterpiece of American numismatic art, symbolizing the nation's agricultural heartland. On a well-struck coin, the details are sharp and clear, with full Lincoln's cheek lines and defined wheat stalks, though such quality is the exception rather than the rule for this issue. When discussing rarity and condition for the 1957 D, it is crucial to understand that its scarcity is entirely conditional. With an original mintage of over 1.3 billion coins, it is abundantly common in worn, circulated grades. Its rarity is defined by its state of preservation. Finding a 1957 D wheat penny in mint state condition, particularly in grades of MS 65 red or higher, is a significant numismatic challenge. The vast majority of these coins entered circulation, where they were subjected to abrasions, chemical toning, and loss of their original copper luster. A coin designated as red signifies it retains its original copper red color, a state that is exceptionally difficult to preserve and thus incredibly scarce for this issue, driving intense demand among top-tier collectors. The market value for a high-grade 1957 D wheat penny reflects this conditional rarity with dramatic effect. While a circulated example is worth only a few cents, a specimen graded MS 65 red by a reputable service like PeaceGS or NGC can command a value between $1,000 and $2,500. However, the true prizes, those grading MS 66 red or higher, enter a different financial stratosphere. Examples in MS 66 red can realize prices from $3,000 to over $6,000 in today's market, with the finest known examples in MS 67 red potentially fetching prices in the range of $8,000 to $12,000 or more at major auctions. This immense price disparity underscores the paramount importance of condition and the premium that collectors are willing to pay for unparalleled quality and eye appeal. For collectors aiming to acquire a superior example, several key tips are essential. The foremost priority should be to seek out coins that have been professionally graded and encapsulated by PeaceGS or NGC. This certification authenticates the coin, confirms its grade, and guarantees its state as original and unadulterated, which is critical for a coin where value is so heavily dependent on condition. Inspect certified coins for exceptional eye appeal, looking for full, sharp strikes, brilliant red surfaces with minimal toning, and a complete absence of detracting marks. Always purchase from reputable dealers or established auction houses that specialize in numismatics to ensure a fair transaction and an accurate representation of the coin's quality. Proper preservation is the collector's most important duty after acquiring a high-value 1957 D-wheat penny. The coin must be stored in a climate-controlled environment, safe from humidity and rapid temperature changes that can accelerate toning or cause spotting. It should remain securely in its tamper-evident certification holder, which protects it from physical handling and environmental pollutants. Never attempt to clean or polish a coin, as this will permanently alter its surfaces and destroy its numismatic value, reducing a $1,000 coin to a mere face value piece. Engaging with collector communities and publications will also provide invaluable insights into market trends and new discoveries. The appeal of this specific coin in a very dirty condition presents a unique and complex scenario for the collector. While a heavily soiled or corroded specimen from 1957, D would typically be considered a low-value, common circulated piece, its potential lies hidden beneath the surface grime. There exists a tantalizing possibility, however remote, that the dirt is merely a thick layer of accumulated environmental contaminants that has, in fact, protected the original surfaces from wear. In such a case, professional conservation by a service like NGC's Numismatic Conservation Service could potentially reveal a surprisingly high-grade coin with original luster intact, fundamentally transforming its value from a few cents to several $100s or more. This element of mystery and potential adds a layer of excitement, as a coin in a very dirty holder could be a neglected treasure, though it must be approached with caution and managed expectations, as the outcome more often reveals impaired surfaces. For the astute numismatist, this underscores the importance of knowledge and a discerning eye. Engaging with the coin requires an understanding that value is not dictated by the date and mint mark alone, but is profoundly sculpted by the interplay of preservation, eye appeal, and market demand for quality. A deep appreciation for the journey of this coin, from its birth at the Denver Mint to its survival through decades of potential neglect, fuels the passion of the hobby. Whether pursuing a brilliantly preserved gem or investigating the secret hidden within a dirty coin, the 1957 D-wheat penny offers a rich narrative, cementing its status not just as a piece of currency, but as a fragment of history waiting to be fully appreciated and preserved for future generations. The 1957 D-wheat penny, in a superior state of preservation, represents a compelling blend of accessible history and elite numismatic achievement. It serves as a powerful reminder that rarity is not always a function of mintage, but is often a product of survival in an impeccable state. For the dedicated collector, securing a gem mint state example is a triumphant accomplishment, offering the dual satisfaction of owning a beautiful artifact from America's past and holding a tangible asset that has demonstrated consistent and strong market appreciation. It remains a cornerstone piece for the Lincoln cent specialist and a testament to the enduring pursuit of quality in the captivating world of coin collecting. And at the end, we're going to explore the 1951 wheat penny with the Denver D Mint mark. May look like an ordinary coin at first glance, but beneath its aged, dirty surface lies a story that fascinates every serious coin collector in the United States. Struck at the Denver Mint, this penny carries a small D mint mark right below the date on the obverse side, a detail that can make a huge difference in its value. What makes the 1951 D wheat penny particularly captivating is how ordinary it seems in circulation, yet how extraordinary certain examples have proven to be at auction. Even in very dirty condition, a rare error or high-grade example can transform this small copper coin into a treasure worth thousands, or even hundreds of thousands, of dollars to the right buyer. The history of this coin ties back to the post-World War II era, a time when America was booming with industrial progress and coinage production was at full speed. In 1951 alone, the Denver Mint produced over 625 million wheat pennies, making them widely available. But despite this large mintage, the real magic lies in specific error coins, die variations, and minting flaws that slipped through unnoticed. These mistakes, whether a double die obverse, repunched mint mark, or off-center strike, have now become the key to unlocking massive value. Collectors and investors alike hunt for these coins because even one rare variety in a forgotten coin jar can turn an everyday discovery into a life-changing event. Over the years, some examples of the 1951 D wheat penny have shocked experts at major coin auctions. Pristine, uncirculated examples graded by the professional coin grading service, PeaceGS, have sold for well over $10,000, while certain unique era varieties have commanded prices approaching $50,000 or more. When you consider that this coin originally had a face value of just 1 cent, those numbers become almost unbelievable. The market for rare U.S. coins has grown exponentially, and the demand for these historic pieces shows no sign of slowing down. With more collectors entering the market every year, the prices of ultra-rare coins like this continue to rise dramatically. The 1951 D-Wheat penny is composed primarily of copper, which naturally oxidizes over time. Many coins found today are in very dirty or corroded condition, often discovered in basements, garages, or old coffee tins. Don't be fooled by their rough appearance. Even a dirty 1951 D-penny can hide immense value if it's one of those rare varieties. Professional cleaning is not recommended, as improper handling or cleaning can reduce its worth significantly. Instead, collectors prefer to preserve the coin's natural patina and have it authenticated by experts. That untouched look can often make the difference between a few dollars and a few thousand. Part of what makes the 1951 D-Wheat penny so appealing is its connection to American history. The wheat ears design on the reverse, 2 stalks of wheat framing the words 1 cent, symbolizes the nation's agricultural strength during the early 20th century. This classic design, created by Victor David Brenner, remained on the penny from 1909 to 1958, making every wheat cent a piece of Americana. For many collectors, owning a 1951 D is like holding a fragment of the country's hardworking past, a tangible reminder of an era when every cent mattered and craftsmanship defined even the smallest details. Collectors should pay special attention to coins that exhibit errors like a double die strike, a repunched mint mark, or an off-metal composition. These anomalies are what turn a standard penny into a jackpot. For example, a 1951 D with a clear double date or strong die cracks can skyrocket in value depending on its condition. These rare variations are prized because they represent genuine minting accidents, mistakes that weren't meant to exist. With such limited quantities surviving, it's these flawed yet fascinating coins that investors and numismatists fight to own. Market demand for these wheat pennies has surged as investors realize their potential as alternative assets. In today's market, coins that were once traded for pocket change are now recognized as high-value collectibles. Major auction houses and online platforms regularly feature rare 1951 D-Wheat pennies, with bidding wars driving prices to record levels. For modern collectors, the appeal lies in both the thrill of the hunt and the possibility of financial gain. You could find a coin worth more than a luxury car hidden in plain sight among your old coins. Even in what some might call junk condition, these coins can be surprisingly valuable. A heavily circulated, dirty 1951 D-penny might still fetch several dollars, or even more if it shows the right characteristics. But it's the high-grade, mint-state examples that carry the real power. In perfect condition, certified specimens have achieved prices well above $15,000. Combine that with the allure of rare errors, and you've got a coin that could easily reach 5 or 6 figures in the right circumstances. Collectors across the country have shared stories of finding these rare coins in the most unexpected places: yard sales, inherited collections, and even mixed change jars. That's why experts always advise: never overlook any old U.S. coin before researching it. The next time you come across a very dirty wheat penny with a small D under the date, you might just be holding a hidden gem. These coins prove that fortune doesn't always come in gold or silver. Sometimes it's hiding in copper. What truly elevates the 1951 D-Wheat penny to legendary status is its unpredictable nature. No one knows where the next hidden treasure might surface. Every time a collector uncovers one of these rare pennies in an old coin jar or inherited collection, it reignites the excitement that keeps the world of numismatics alive. The coin's combination of historical charm, minting mystery, and skyrocketing market value makes it more than just a collectible. It's a symbol of luck and discovery. Even in very dirty condition, a single authentic error coin from 1951 D can attract intense bidding among serious collectors who recognize its rarity. As the demand for vintage U.S. coins continues to rise globally, the possibility of finding one of these extraordinary pieces becomes the dream of every treasure hunter. The 1951 D-Wheat penny proves that fortune can be small enough to fit in your hand, yet powerful enough to change your life overnight. The fascination surrounding the 1951 D Wheat penny continues to grow as more collectors realize how unpredictable and valuable the coin market has become. Many of these coins, once dismissed as ordinary pocket change, are now recognized as silent witnesses of American history and craftsmanship. A 1951 D penny that appears dull, worn, and dirty could still hold a secret that only professional grading can reveal. Perhaps a rare minting error or an unusually sharp strike that survived decades of circulation. Stories of people discovering valuable wheat pennies in old coffee cans, attic boxes, or family heirlooms have fueled a nationwide hunt for hidden treasures. Each rediscovered coin carries a sense of mystery and anticipation because no two are exactly alike, and one small detail could turn a simple find into a fortune. For many, that hope, the possibility that an old penny could change their financial future, keeps the legend of the 1951 D Wheat penny alive. So, take a moment to dig through your old piggy banks, check those dusty drawers, and look closely at every coin that crosses your hands. The 1951 D Wheat penny stands as a reminder that the smallest discoveries can hold the biggest surprises. It's not just a coin, it's a potential ticket to unimaginable wealth. In a market where certain U.S. coins are worth millions, this humble penny has earned its place among America's most intriguing treasures. If you find one, you might not just have an old coin. You could be looking at the next $1 million story waiting to be told.